To say it's a popular place for bass fishing, well, that would be a wild understatement. This is it. Legendary Lake Guntersville. It's the 6th stop of the year for the Bassmaster Elite Series 2019. It's a stop we can never wait to get to because it offers us so much. Let's start with our official Unlock the Lake. Yamaha Unlock the Lake shows us Lake Guntersville here in the northeast part of Alabama on the Tennessee River system, lying there between Lake Nickajack and Lake Wheeler. Situated here at the bottommost part of the Appalachian Mountains, there are the facts and figures about it. 70,000 acres, 75 miles long. Of course, full of grass, all sorts of vegetation in this water, all sorts of life in it, and a fish population that, despite incredible pressure, just never seems to go away. It seems to get stronger, in fact, with each and every year. It is a well-fished place, Mark Zona, and every hole's a community hole, but that doesn't matter.
It is definitely a pick-your-poison lake, whether you want to be up shallow fishing boat docks and grass or out on the legends. And if you look at our leaderboard right there, Paul Mueller, Matt Airy, Brandon Lester, Chris Johnston, all of them fishing offshore after day one.
Well, offshore, of course, is what you would think for the Tennessee River this time of year. And Brandon Lester and some others, as we'll find out, are situated on is a roadbed where the bass are coming because the bait are going.
Every time we're at Lake Guntersville, it comes down to kind of being left alone where there's not a lot of pressure on your area.
Yes,
well, Brandon Lester on day one, he mined this roadbed down in Browns Creek for all it was worth, but a couple hundred yards away was Matt Airy from North Carolina. And here's the best way to put it. These guys have throttled this roadbed. It's not a matter of how many they're catching. It's a matter of how many big ones they're putting in the boat.
Absolutely. And they say when that wind blows out of Browns Creek, that's where the bait go. And without the wind, it's not going to happen. So they are making hay while the sun shines. There's your leader after 2 days of fishing. 21 pounds, 6 ounces on day number 2. North Carolina's Matt Airy.
Exactly right, Tommy. And if you look at how the weights have stacked up at the top of the leaderboard, well, one thing's for sure. Coming into this tournament, a lot of people said, Guntersville, well, it's a little bit off. That is not the case this time around.
Well, Mark Zona, I don't think anyone can look at the first 2 days that we just saw there and say it's a Guntersville just like when you go there in April or May or something like that.
Well, it's definitely, this Guntersville is fishing a lot different this time around. But if you look at the weights, it's the same old Guntersville. You had better catch them. And really the story of this tournament right now is first place and second place fishing right next to each other. Can that spot sustain?
Well, let's take a look at first place. Matt Airy headed to his spot, ready to get day 3 started.
It's going to be a fun day, I hope. We're probably going to be starting the same place as boat number 2. And it ought to be interesting. We've already talked about it. We've already discussed it. So we work well together. And we'll see what happens.
Well, I think what both anglers are wondering here on day number 3, will this spot hold up? If you take a look at Matt Airy and Brandon Lester, you're going to get a very, very good glimpse from above how close these guys are fishing together. The other way to really look at this spot, it's not a mile long. It's a couple hundred yards with little key sweet spots. And on day 2 of this tournament, these guys throttled this area. The only question is, will it hold up going into the final day?
Lester's on the juice. That's where I caught my big ones yesterday, is where he's sitting. Good one here.
More like it.
I like it.
Where's the second one go?
Maybe we can activate them. I'm starting to think maybe 2 baits is better than 1 anyway. God, he chased it all the way to the boat. He ate it right at the boat, dude. Wasn't that something? I mean, I was winding it in, and he literally ate it right at the boat. 2.5. That's why I always be watching your bait when you're winding it in, and don't reel it in too fast. And I'm guilty of that all the time. but I can't tell you how many fish I've had try to eat a bait right at the boat.
Matt Airy, Brandon Lester obviously occupying the marquee spot on all of Lake Guntersville this week, but we've got some other spots that have paid off. Kelly J, the Alabaman, did not show us much on day number 1, but he got it cranked up on day number 2, and to no one's surprise, of course, Kelly J getting it done with a jerkbait.
No. God almighty. Yes. Now we got a problem.
Well, obviously, the one great thing about a jerkbait is they have a lot of hooks, and one of the bad things right there is a jerkbait has a lot of hooks. And here, early on day number 3, Kelly J in a world of trouble.
It went in at a funky angle,
Any kind of braid will work.
but I don't think it's gonna come out.
I'll get it. If not, they'd call you the paramedic.
See how it dangle? I don't think that's going.
Yeah, you're going to have to call a paramedic because there's no way to, you can't get to anything to jerk. Hey, if you go cutting now, it's gonna be hard to get out. Hey, Trip, I'm out here beside Kelly. He's got a hook dug way in his hand, further than I can get it. Okay. All right. Hey, if you go to the dock, he's gonna have the local guy come get it. Hey, well, give me that bait while you're gone.
It's my I think I'm gonna lay down. So I know who it is.
Well, see, that music tells us we got a situation building up out here. Could be a county-wide emergency. Yes, the team is on it, and Kelly J probably getting a little more attention than is necessary.
All the vitals stable. We'll find out what happened to Kelly J when we come back.
The Academy Sports and Outdoors Bassmaster Elite at Lake Guntersville is brought to you by Talon, Mercury, Nitro Boats, and by Abu Garcia.
Oh, day number 3, Lake Guntersville. Don't take your eyes off this. Things are popping out there. Kelly J probably at the peak of his momentum in the tournament. Buries a hook deep in his hand, has to take a timeout, head to the local hospital. The extraction was a success. And so Kelly back in the ambulance, I guess, to take him back to the ramp so he can get in his boat. And he hasn't dropped too much. He's still hanging in there in 6th place. We got some other guys working very, very hard to be on top of this leaderboard by the end of the day. Kelly's got to play some catch-up.
I can't get out there fast enough. I can't even know. I can't even cast.
Well, definitely a little frustrating for Kelly J right there early on this day 3 of competition. And right around the corner, see a little frustration building with Matt Herron. He has pounded them every morning of this event, but the biggest key, he's had to refine them every day.
It's been a grind, man. We just had, every evening we have some kind of a gust front come through with thunderstorms and stuff. And last night was no different. We had thunder and lightning and wind blew, gosh, I know, till about 10 o'clock at the camper. It blew really hard, and it's just like every day these fish are getting closer and closer. Oh God. Come here. Boom! I know it. I've been slacking, Now we're getting somewhere. Big ugly headed thing.
Well, despite having to relocate him each and every morning, it looks like Matt Herron is off to another fantastic morning here at Lake Guntersville for the 3rd day in a row. He's having a fantastic season. Look at that, 9th in Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year points. This 11th year on the Elite Series for the Alabama native Matt Herron. And Matt Herron has got it going here. We look above at Seth Fighter, also having a good tournament here. We skip up to Bill Lowen, definitely part of the mix, as is Corey Johnston, Alabama native Scott Canterbury, and Drew Cook, who took over that lead, is hanging on to it, having a fantastic year, the rookie on top.
And there is a lot of time left for that Angler of the Year race. Somebody that we're going to keep our eye on the rest of the year, especially this event, making big moves here on day number 3, Chris Zaldain from Texas. And really, here's been the biggest key besides the baits that we're going to break down. He has been left alone on this very small sweet spot the entire week, and it's loaded with big ones. That's going to be the Skeeter Boat Taste the Bait. Early in the morning, throwing a Nico Rig worm and then transitioning to that giant spoon. The benefit of that spoon, it catches the giants, mimicking gizzard shad. The negative of that spoon, it will lose big fish.
Oh gosh, biggin, stay on there, stay on there.
Yeah, baby! Yes!
I had a feeling about that spoon, man. I needed something different in there. Got him. Biggin. That's a giant. Real big. Oh. I almost boat flipped it. Oh, please stay on there. I need you so bad. I need you. Come here. Come here, come here, come here. Come here. No, come here. No, 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 no. Don't come off. Don't come off. Don't come off. Come here. Yeah! Yes! Yes, baby! Yeah! I've got the spot. I've got the spot to win this tournament, dude. I'm telling you right now. Made that adjustment right there. I had to ask Yusuke Miyazaki, thanks buddy, for one of those spoons. I saw that spoon on social media and I asked him for him and he gave me a couple yesterday. Thank you, Yusuke. Oh, yes. Tit for tat, baby. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Let me get off this spot. What an adjustment, dude, on the bait. Gosh.
23 pounds, 10 ounces.
Well, there you go, Chris Zaldain, sort of reminiscent of the Geico Bassmaster Classic, where on the second day there, the next to last day there, he got onto something that brought the big fish. Can he sustain that? Matt Airy, the guy who was sustaining really well on that special spot that he and Brandon Lester are fishing out there near the mouth of Browns Creek, but we got a lot more yet to come. The results right there, Airy on top of Chris Zaldain and Matt Herron. Lee Livesey, Brandon Lester slipping just a little bit. Of course, all of our top 10 within about 7 pounds. We got plenty more coming up. The final day gets started when we return.
Oh my God, oh my God.
I can't breathe, dude. I need oxygen right now.
Final day, championship day of this Academy Sports and Outdoors Bassmaster Elite. Stop number 6 for 2019 for the Bassmaster Elite Series. Legendary Lake Guntersville. It has really been playing big time. There's the rules of the game. 4 days, 8 hours to fish. We're down to 10 anglers on this final day.
And really, if you look at our anglers, 5 of them fishing shallow, 5 of them fishing offshore. And the one thing to note, a lot of these guys have not pressed their areas. They've caught their fish and they've got off of their key spots. Today, they could spend the entire afternoon on them.
Good to be here, happy to be here on Lake Guntersville. I love this place. You know, I'm about 5 pounds back today, but anything can happen.
This weather coming in, what I was doing like Thursday, Friday, it should happen today with that. You know, I haven't caught them like that, you know, chatterbaiting and stuff, but I'm hoping it goes down today and it could happen.
It's anybody's game. I think I'm 3 pounds behind, but on this lake, that can be made up in 2 fish. So I'm looking forward to getting out there and getting this thing going.
I've been flipping real shallow, and anytime you're flipping, you need sun to kind of position those fish. I think we're going to lose that today, but we're going to go out there, adjust the conditions, and try to put the 5 biggest fish in the boat that we can and try to win this thing.
It's just going to be a grind for me. It's not going to be easy, but I'm ready to go. We got some weather coming in, hard south wind, and they're pulling current, so it's going to be rough out there.
I got a chance, you know, I'm 3 pounds back, but somebody's gonna go out this morning and catch a 6 or 7 pounder. It's gonna change this thing up, shake it up.
Got a lot of stuff running through my brain on where to go and what to do, how to adjust to this weather. So not knowing the lake very well, it's kind of tough.
It's tight, man. All these 10 guys on these docks here, they've got a legit shot to win.
You catch anything that bites? few guys stumble, we can move up and potentially win. So that's the mentality going out with, just going to win, that's it.
How you feeling, brother? Excited, anxious to get going. We got a little weather coming in today, so it's gonna be interesting. I hope it just doesn't pile in here at 10 or 11 o'clock this morning. Let's hope the weathermen are right for once.
The leader, Matt Airy, on his way. He mentioned it, and the other guys are watching the weather today. Got some unstable air moving in. In fact, we're expecting storms for later on in the day as we watch them spread out throughout this tournament. Very, very wide distribution among all the anglers, now down to 10 anglers, and still fairly widely distributed, Mark Zona.
It is, but really the three key areas have been Browns Creek from Seabold up to Waterfront, and then around our takeoff from Goose Pond. That's exactly where we're going to find Jamie Hartman coming to this final day in 10th place, and virtually nobody really watching him, starting out on a main river grass line right here. But that stretch of Lake Guntersville, so much history of tournaments that have been dominated right there. And if you take a look at his daily catches, it's been bunkering into this, well, called about a 300-yard stretch. And on this final day of competition, Jamie Hartman has set his boat down on the mother lode.
Catching him steady, but bear in mind, he's coming from 10th place.
Here she comes.
Man, he straight lined me. As soon as he hit, he was like, gone. Gotta make sure how they're good to hook before I can even think of swinging them in, man. I lost a giant on day 2. I fought her all the way to the boat and she just popped out right there. So just take it easy with them, they'll come in. There's some bigs in here, boy. I know there's some bigs in here. Oh God, that's a big one. Oh my God. There's the 5-pounder, baby. Yeah. Woo! Come on, get you a face full of that. How about that? I told you there were some bigs in here, boy. Whoo! She wasn't coming off either. This is how I wanted to start it. Whoo! That's a 5, baby. Starting it right. We're starting it right. This is the way I wanted to start today. This is what kept me up all darn night long. God, I love this sport. Whew, ain't nothing like it, man.
Jamie, you're right. He's landed on the mother lode, Mark Zona, and he has erased that 7-pound, 2-ounce deficit in short order. Right now, moving up one spot has been Matt Herron. He, too, finding some success early today.
Did you get it? Game changer. Game changer. Boom! Boom!
Good one right there for Matt Herron. He's been fishing alone predominantly all week long. A little special magical milfoil bed here on Lake Guntersville, right outside of our takeoff there at Goose Pond. We're going to head back down lake to Browns Creek and check in with Brandon Lester and Matt Airy. And well, here on the final day of competition, both of them finding, well, they have leaned on this spot and possibly have run out of fish on their key road bed.
It's been beat up pretty bad, needless to say. You know, I expect it to be a little slower today, but you know, Lester, I don't think he's boated a fish yet, and you know, that's a little cause for concern because yesterday we started catching them as soon as we got here. There's still fish here, no doubt. They're just getting a little more educated by the day. I don't know what I got. It bit hard. Yeah, that's a little better one. Yeah, that's a better one.
Well, you put two fishermen the magnitude of Lester and Airy right here, whom we're watching on a spot like this, and you got to think about it, a roadbed really is very, very narrow, very, very small and specific. It's destined not to hold up, right, Mark Zona?
Well, and really what we're seeing transpire here on this final day of competition is guys that are left alone, guys that are really bunkered into an area without other competition rising to the top. And we're starting to see Jamie Hartman make an enormous move.
Oh my God, it was a 5. Oh my God. I got him. Oh my God, that's bigger than the last one. Oh my Lord, stay on there, big girl. Please stay on there. That's bigger than the last one. I can't breathe, dude. I need oxygen right now. Don't do it, don't do it. Oh my God, oh my God. That's a 6-pounder, baby! Come on! Dude, did you see the first one that bit it? That was a 5. This 6-pounder come after that first one bit it. Whoo! Chokezilla. That's making an adjustment right there. Did I throw this bait? Nope. The weather calls for it. Let's shake that leaderboard up, shall we? Dude, I'm in 10th place and I'm shaking like this. It's just like, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like this feeling.
And would you look at how every one of those bass is getting that bass? Literally, all of them have T-boned it.
When you jerk it away from a 5-pounder, 15 feet away, and a 6-pounder grabs it, I think it might just be your day, Mark Zona. Jamie Hartman on top by a big margin now.
Oh my God. No, 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 no. Oh, we are living right.
The Academy Sports and Outdoors Bassmaster Elite at Lake Guntersville is brought to you by Berkeley, Triton Boats, Toyota, and by Yamaha.
Welcome back. We're well into it. Championship Day on Lake Guntersville, and there is the scene of big changes that have happened to get this day started. Mark Zona, a community hole, if you will, very familiar to people who know Guntersville, but very, very important so far today.
Exactly right, Tommy Sanders. And really, if you watch what has transpired early here on Championship Monday with, well, Jamie Hartman, it's easy to say right now that is going to be the Mercury move. No, you know what? Let's call it the Mercury moves of the tournament, because there is a major story that's transpired with Jamie Hartman. Number one, if you look at this area, on days 1 and 2, this was not his primary area. He would start here, maybe stay for about 45 minutes, then traditionally go out deep like a lot of our leaders. But throughout the event, he's kind of bunkered in here, punching that heavier grass. And the beautiful thing on this final day, look, a lot of these big bass in Guntersville, they are after stuff like this, big gizzard shad, and that's exactly what that topwater bait mimics. And the other side is whenever you're on Guntersville, you have a shot for a giant stringer to make up ground, and that's exactly, if you look at his weights, well, he's obviously off to an incredible start.
Well, working with the weather definitely changed on this day, has hurt some of these anglers. Obviously, a huge help for Jamie Hart.
Here's the best way to put it. He basically moved areas, he changed his baits, and he's gone up the leaderboard. Like I said, it's plural, moves of the tournament.
There you go, Jamie Hartman getting it done.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's a freaking giant. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Stay down, stay down. You know what? Yeah! Oh, we are living right. We are living right. As long as I don't get one of these treble hooks in me. Oh my, my. 4. This exact setup is the same one from Lake Fork. It's been in the box since Lake Fork. I have not touched it since then. It's had a cover on the bait the whole time. And just come across my mind this morning, I best throw it. Every fish this morning come on that so far. I want to go flipping, but there's no way I can do it in this wind. Anything that I know is all wind blown right now. So we're gonna run this stretch. We're gonna come back to my hot stretch. We're gonna try it again, and then we're gonna roll from there. I mean, we're gonna wing it the rest of the day. I need a big bite, you know, 1 or 2 big bites, and we might put this thing away. So depends how the guys do.
What an incredible bait adjustment for Jamie Hartman looking at that footage so far this morning.
21 pounds plus, and most of it's come from a place at 10 yards square. Just unbelievable. Our first look at Caleb Sumrall on a final championship day, the second-year man from Louisiana.
Come on, big girl. Come on, big girl. Get in this boat. Yes. Oh, my goodness. That's the ones we need right there, baby. Just keep plugging away. You see how she missed it the first time? That's why I keep a second punch rig ready at all times. That fish completely took my bait, and I had another one ready to flip in there, and she ate it the second it went in there. Always be ready with a follow-up punch rig. I've been ignoring this mat all week because it's a little bit out of the way. And I said, today we're not leaving nothing left alone. And it paid off.
Sumrall worried this morning that the lack of sunshine might hurt his flip and bite. That's a good sign right there. Meanwhile, Matt Airy started the day with the lead, has now moved from that roadbed outside of Browns Creek.
Begging, begging. I think. Yep, begging. God. Stay down, sweetie. Stay down. God, she's barely hooked. Stay down. No. Come here. Yes. Yeah. Shaking, that's the problem. But if you don't shake when you catch one like that, when there's $100,000 on the line, something's wrong. One, look at that. Look at that. That's it. I changed the hooks on that crankbait last night.
Lot slower here on this final day of competition for Matt Airy, but finds himself still in the lead.
He's able to run down the streaking Jamie Hartman, so right now the whole complexion of our leaderboard has changed. It looks like a battle now between Airy and Hartman for the remaining hours of fishing on Lake Guntersville. Well, 50 years of B.A.S.S. of the Bassmasters, and conservation's always been a big part of the equation for all of those years. Here's an effort right now going on at Lake Guntersville while the tournament is on. Bass Nation clean up with their high school fishing teams. The Tennessee Valley Authority organized this effort right here and getting a lot of great work done on the shoreline of this irreplaceable resource we know as Lake Guntersville. Hats off to these kids and the TVA for making it happen. Let's check in with Chad Pipkins. Having himself a great year. Great last tournament, especially the first 2 days on Lake Fork. Chad started the day in 7th place. This looks like a big upgrade here.
Oh, woo! Yeah! Some for you? Woo! That's a beauty. Let me just break some stuff first. 5-pounder? That's one.
Big upgrade right there for Chad Pipkins. And another angler keeping our eye on this week from North Carolina, Hank Jerry. And he's one of those anglers that has lived shallow all week. And really, he has survived shallow this entire tournament.
digging.
Hank Cherry in 8th place, the former Bassmaster Elite Series Rookie of the Year. Speaking of Bassmaster Rookie of the Year, the Dick's Sporting Goods Bassmaster Rookie of the Year race is on right now. Drew Cook, Patrick Walters, neither of those guys made the cut to the final day, but they remain on top of that leaderboard. Also, big names. Luke Palmer did great in South Carolina. Garrett Paquette at Lake Fork, but Lee Livesey, we got to know him very well at the first event of the year, the St. Johns River, and we know him based mainly on the incredible, improbable landing of a giant bass down there, but Lee Livesey has been solid all year long and definitely in the race for Dick's Sporting Goods Rookie of the Year and in it today on Guntersville.
There we go. Took me all day, but I finally got one. First one of the days, a good, close to 3.
Good one right there for Lee Livesey. We're going to head back down lake right now, right outside the town of Guntersville with Matt Airy, who, well, it hasn't been the best final day, but Matt Airy finds himself still in the lead.
That might be a good one. Yeah, that'll help. That'll help. Oh, God. Oh, that was stupid. Not a giant, but a 3-pounder. This place has been a thorn in my side. I lost that one I lost a big one here yesterday. I hung one earlier that was definitely not a baby. I had my hand on that fish too. It looked like it was hooked good. Stuff like that usually doesn't haunt me until after the tournament.
Losing one right at the boat like that, there's never a good time for that, but especially hurtful when it's the last day of a championship and you're trying to scratch and claw and hang on to a lead. So Matt Airy will have to shake that off. Let's check back in with Caleb Sumrall. Started the day in 6th place, remains there right now, but he's catching them steady enough. Just trying to hold on.
Freaking giant! Get in the boat, baby! Woo! Son! Oh! Yes! Oh my goodness, dude, the hook wasn't even in her mouth. If I would have given her a second of slack, she'd have been off. Wow. 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 Yes. I'm shaking so bad, dude. 6-pounder, baby. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. That's why we do this.
Well, Caleb Sumrall was worried about the cloud cover, all the fronts that were coming in on this final day of competition, and he has been flawless all morning long. From there, we're going to check in with Jamie Hartman, the big morning with his topwater bait, and really, that was a window bite. That bite lasted for about an hour. Jamie Hartman has started to make comments. He knows he is one solid bite away from potentially winning this tournament, making a bait change and moving from his primary area.
Hey, little. Come on, there's bigger fish down there than that, dude. Oh, wait, he's not that little. He grew up, bro. Oh, yeah, he did. Coming back, coming back. Woo! Ha ha! Boom, baby! I told you there's big marks down there. That's the ones we're after right there, buddy. That's the ones we're after. I know they're down there. I seen them. Day's big.
Well, Jimmy Hartman has done everything he could to claw his way back up the leaderboard in this tournament. And if you think about it, that is the magic of Lake Guntersville. Literally, you're never out of it here.
46th place after day number 1. Couldn't find those schools that he just relocated right here. This is his day. Boy, he has got it going right. And Chris Zaldane, 23 pounds, 10 ounces on day number 3. But today, well, the lack of sunshine has not helped him at all. He has had an exceptionally slow start. Of course, those fish have to see that spoon, and having the sun glinting off of it really helps. He just has not had the sunshine today. Has he abandoned the spoon?
There he is. That's a big one, dude. It's gonna jump. It's gonna jump. Big one. Oh yeah, big fish. Stay on there. Five-pounder. Oh gosh. Ah.
Big loss for Chris Zaldane, but he said he needs sun and it will set this area up. It'll really tighten that school up. And literally, this is the last 15 minutes of competition.
There's one. Stay on there. God, he came off too. Gosh. Dang it, another big one. Sick to my stomach right now, man. Got him, big one. Oh my gosh, it's huge. Stay on there, stay on there, stay on there. Gosh, stay on there. Please stay on there. Please stay on there. Oh, it's foul hooked, but I'll take it. Slapped at it, I'll take it any way I could get it. The one I jumped off was bigger than that one. Maybe they're fired up. 4-pounder.
After waiting all day, the sun has come out. Chris Zaldane's special spot from yesterday has fired up again, but the problem now, literally just minutes until he has to pack up, head back to the weigh-in. Can he get it done in that short period of time?
Got him. That's a big one. That's a giant. Oh, stay. No, stay, giant. Stay, please stay, please.
The Academy Sports and Outdoors Bassmaster Elite at Lake Guntersville is brought to you by Skeeter Boats, Power Pole, Humminbird, and by Minn Kota.
Well, we had opportunities. We did not execute. We did not put the fish, all our bites in the boat. I think we made the right decisions because we put ourselves in position. It was not my turn. So hopefully we'll have another opportunity soon.
Gave it all we had today. We definitely gave it all we had. Day 1 killed me. Day 1 got me.
Hartman and Airy not feeling so good about their efforts today.
No, both of them have checked in, and just a few miles away, Chris Zaldane still fishing. He'll push the clock, but his school has definitely fired.
Dang it, another big one. Sick to my stomach right now, man. I could have won the tournament in the last 10 minutes, guys. They just came off. Gosh. Big one. God, he came off. Are you kidding me? Gosh. I can't get the break. Oh. Hooked another big one. Oh. Yep, look at that scale right there. Gosh, dang it. Got him. Stay on there. Stay on there. No, stay. Please stay. Please stay on there. Yes, that's a nice one. Oh, come on, baby, let's do this. We got like 7 minutes left. They're fired up down there. I'm gonna push it to the very end, guys. Just give me a couple more opportunities, please. We got 2 minutes. Got him. That's a big one. Stay on there. Please stay on there, girl. Please stay on there. Please. That's a giant. Oh, stay. No, stay, giant. Stay, please stay, please. Yeah. I could have won the tournament here, no doubt. I screwed up, guys. I lost him. I freaking lost him. Oh, come on, one more. Dude, I could catch one more. I might be late, but I'm gonna catch one more. Dude, I hooked so many big ones in there. It's 206. Dude, I'm gonna haul butt back. It's 4.7 miles back to the ramp. One more. Come on, please. 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 Please, one more. One more. One more fish, please. I'm running out of time, guys. Oh boy. I'm gonna haul butt. What time is it? It's 2:07. Oh, come on, one more. Oh, dude, I could have won the freaking tournament right here. I lost. How many did I lose? 3, 4? There's one. Stay on there. Please stay on there. That's the winning fish. No, he came off. God, he came off. Oh my gosh, that was the winner. God, they're huge and they're biting right now. Oh, please. I just need 10 minutes and I don't have it. That is sickening. We gotta go. I'm gonna be late. I just lost the tournament, dude.
Zaldain with an unbelievable last 20 minutes, from critical losses to critical catches, and literally, he was on the winning fish the last 30 minutes of this event.
Well, as you said, that is a powerful bait for big fish. The drawback is fish come off of that bait, and boy, the wrong fish came off at the wrong time and out of time for Chris Zaldain.
I just made a 4.7 mile run. I gave myself 5 minutes. My last 5 casts of the day, I either hooked one or got a piece of one or caught one. I lost the tournament in the last 10 minutes, hands down. Lost a 5-pounder on a worm, 3, 4 on a spoon. Gosh. Oh, dude. I'm not even kidding. I could puke right now. Whew. Sure, man. You like that little transition there? That was a great transition.
You can ride it on the bottom.
Okay.
The big spoon catch any?
You could say that, yeah.
Get your autograph.
I mean, it hooked many.
I've seen that fish that you tried to catch, but it came off your spoon.
Man. I had 4 of those like that.
That was a good transition, Tommy.
That was a good transition. Those kids were watching Bassmaster live. Oh, man, what a heartbreaking final hour of the day for Chris Zaldain, but somebody is going to celebrate.
Let's get ready to weigh our very first angler, all the way from Newport, New York. Are you ready? Get loud for Jamie the Hammer Hartman. 5 fish for Jamie the Hammer Hartman here on Championship Monday. 23 pounds, 15 ounces. 23-15, and Championship Monday is officially hammer time.
Any way you look at it, that is a jaw-dropping weigh-in, a jaw-dropping result right there. How improbable it is to come from 10th place out of a 10-angler field on the final day, 7 pounds plus back. But Jamie Hartman makes the right decisions at the right time, laid the groundwork for this victory. Very, very tight at the end, and just a complete inspiring day for Jamie Hartman.
If you really look at that final day, of all the final days that we have covered, I hate to say, we really didn't see this one coming at all. I mean, he landed on the mother lode in the first hour of competition on Championship Monday, and then out of nowhere, the last few minutes, Chris Zaldain loses. It had to be the perfect storm for Hartman to win. And the other side is, we looked at him as, you know, we hear he's a deep water, clear water fisherman. That guy cut his teeth fishing shallow water vegetation in New York, just like he won here today.
Third year on the Bassmaster Elite Series. Really not even a complete third year. He had to set out a lot of last year. But Jamie Hartman, a lot of people saying he's due. Well, he's not due anymore. He's got it. That first Elite Series trophy. We'll see you next time on the Bassmaster Elite Series.
Jamie the Hammer Hartman